Everybody ready for the super most stupendous free podcast you could ever want to listen to in your life? All righty. Oh, friends and neighbors. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming and tuning in for another episode of the What We Like podcast. That's right. If you can find another free podcast that's better than us, it means you've been searching the internet. All right. So you're probably wondering who we are if you've never seen our show before. I, of course, am Mahatma Gandhi. This is King Ali Hussein the 18th. Mm-hmm. And this is Chuck Grostom. Oh. He's a Canadian hockey player. Wait, oh, holy crap. Somebody gave us the wrong damn notes. Now I'm not sure who I am.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me do this. Somebody who knows us should introduce us. Would you mind introducing us since you actually know us?
Okay. Hi. I'll start with me. I'm Mackenzie.
She is Mackenzie. Now it's all coming back to me.
It's coming back. And you're Big G. The great Big G.
Oh my God, I am Big G.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Thank God I've got his underwear on.
Did we get him checked? Do we know who he is?
We did. We had Dr. Gropner checked him, and he
I didn't
is.
know how long you could hold that.
Oh, I can hold it a long time. But it'll start to hurt though.
He's still Charlie.
Still Charlie.
Unfortunately.
Not unfortunately. Very fortunately, because we love our Charlie. Charlie is an amazing person. That's why we love him. And if you can find yourself a Charlie, you better damn well run out and get one while the getting's good, because we got ours and we're not sharing them.
And they're broken. Just go ahead and know.
Remember, offer not valid with any other
Yeah,
coupons. Remember, FDIC, 2.9 percentage rate accrues after non-payment. All right.
Woo.
So let's start by doing what we always do. Let's say hi to our first official subscribed viewer because we love him. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Hi.
All right. Then we're going to take a sticker and wait, I don't have a forehead on this one. It's kind of, so let's say you guys wanted to have a podcast of your own. Really, well, it's a magnetic forehead. Oh, okay. Too bad this isn't magnetic. It just means I haven't showered yet this month and I'm sticky. Yeah. So let's say you wanted to have a podcast of your own and you needed to get podcast equipment. Would you either A, check with some guy on 4th Street selling stuff out of the back of a van, or would you B, get on the computer, go to sweetwater.com, peruse their lovely assortment of amazing things, and let's say there was just so much there that you were kind of overwhelmed and you went, man, I don't know if I need
help.
Yeah, I need help. I don't know if I want a Shure SM58 vocal mic. I don't know if I want Zoom ZD1s.
Wow.
What would I do?
Options.
Well, what you would do is call in and talk to Drake Sobrad, the super cool electronic guru, who will be actually proud of me because I said his name right. And I apologize for murdering your name, Drake, because that's what I usually call you, is just Drake, because he's just that damn cool. If you can prove Drake is uncool, you're lying. Because it just can't happen.
Yeah, don't go the back alleyway. Trust me.
That's right. Also, if you let's say you're done shopping at Sweetwater and you're hungry, that could happen, right?
Yeah. I like
let's
being hungry.
Say you
Wait,
were like,
I don't like being hungry.
I don't really want something that's
broken.
like. I don't really want a sandwich or something. What I want is something like sweet and satisfying.
Yes, all time.
What would you do?
Very much so.
What would be your idea, Charlie, if you were going to do that?
Oh, I'll go to Sweet Segovia.
Where would you go?
Sweet Segovia, brah.
Tell me about this. Tell me about Sweet Segovia, brah.
Just all kinds of delicacies. Just wonderful.
So good.
Dude, do they have like gnarly tubular things that we can eat?
Oh, bro.
Shibby.
Shibby.
Sweet.
Wait, what was that, Charlie?
What, Shibby?
No. What was that you just did?
What?
Never mind.
I had no idea. My mind reset.
Like, never mind. I can't even do it.
Yeah, right over.
I'm telling you, you've got to watch some of the movies, though. You got to get back on. Do your homework.
I got to get back to homework.
Yeah, we're going to make her
watched way too many movies.
Absolutely.
see.
And the one I'm going to watch next is the one I just got. It's one of my favorite ones. It's called K-Pax. Has anybody ever seen
Ooh,
that?
No.
Is that the one with the robot dog?
No, this is K-Pax is
Like
a
Jimmy
movie
Neutron?
with the guy from The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski's in it, or actually regular Lebowski. It's I have it over here somewhere, don't I?
I don't know.
No, I don't.
No, I
see
don't.
it.
I didn't bring it over. We'll talk about it next time. But anyway, the basics are it's a guy who shows up at or gets arrested and shows up at a mental institution because he says he's from another planet.
Oh.
But then he gives this really in-depth analysis of the planet that he's from
Oh.
to prove it. And the doctor actually checks with some people, and they can't understand how the hell he would even know. No telescope can see this, only military ones, and it's a big secret. And they're like, hey, this guy might be telling the truth. But they keep him in this thing. He says he's going to be leaving, but that he's there because he wants help for his friend. It's a drama. It's Kevin Spacey and
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what I was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking
dude,
about.
it is such a good movie. I just bought it. I'm going to watch it
Ooh.
again. So,
Movie night.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. But you know what else is?
I've seen a lot of movies. My brain starts going, and they all run together.
Oh no.
Do you know what else? Do you know what movies and our podcast have in common?
No.
We like them.
They all have handlebars.
Oh.
Well, except for the movie in our podcast.
What?
Okay, maybe I'm
Hit your dad joke button.
okay.
I
let
got
me
so
let me-
lost so fast.
okay. Let me try it again. Do you know what our podcast and movies have in common?
Nothing.
They both have music.
Okay.
I'm not
That
the
was-
only one who lost it.
Okay. You'll have to excuse me. The guy I work with who's totally cool and awesome. We've been at work telling a lot of anti-jokes. Do you know what an anti-joke is?
Mm-mm.
It's a joke it's not really a joke. It's kind of an anti-joke. There's some of them are still funny. Like,
Oh, okay.
what's brown and sticky? A stick.
Good God. And I know who's doing this joke with you, so it makes total sense now.
What's red, hard, and bad for your teeth?
Candy.
Candy?
A brick.
It's kind of like what's
How many Germans does it take to change a light bulb?
how many?
Why do you assume it takes more than one? Germans are great at engineering. We can achieve many great things. We don't need to have 7 people.
That's how it goes.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hit
so-
you with a bowl.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, music is kind of what we're talking about.
I've just been talking about movies this week.
Yeah, we're going to be talking
I know, I
about
was like, wait a second, what are we talking
I
about?
know.
we're going to be talking about music because music is kind of the rhythm of life. That's, you know, you
mhm.
might be walking along
It's
with
like
a
the
song
rhythm
in
to
your
the beat.
head and a song in your heart, snapping your fingers, you know. Oh, wait a minute. Do we need one of those? Here, hold on.
Yes.
Let me try that
Go
again.
ahead.
Let's-
Say it a little louder, Charlie.
No.
Say it a little louder for the people in the
It's
back.
the rhythm of the beat.
Oh no.
Okay, so
You thought that was good, huh?
It was funnier when I just kind of threw it in there, but like going back, it was like.
music, an in-depth look at things we listen to.
Ooh.
You do
This
the
is-
movie voice guy really well.
You
I
mean
know.
to- Coming at you in theaters, the most epic movie of all times.
That was good.
He fell in love with her. She fell in love with him. They were supposed to be celebrating the birth of Jesus, but instead they were robbed.
We're gonna give a sue by somebody.
Please
Please
don't
don't
sue
sue.
Yeah,
us.
I'm going to hell for this one.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Lord.
Sorry, it's just whatever comes to mind. No, music is going to be an important thing that we're going to talk about because we want to know how you experience music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you listen to? How do you listen to it? Are you somebody that only listens to it on headphones? Do you have to have live concert sound? Do you listen in your
I
car?
love concerts.
Okay, so let's just start with that.
Really?
Too many people. I want to start punching people. I get
Okay.
anxiety in like super large crowds. Even like,
Jorgen,
like
if
super large
you
cars,
could please make a show
I
note,
can't go down
that's
front.
important information.
You have to be in front.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't. Go in front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
start to,
want to
like, freak
keep
out.
Charlie out of concerts and large areas.
Yes.
It used to not be like this, but somewhere along the lines, it
Interesting.
switched
Okay.
on me, and it's.
Interesting.
I mean, I like going to concerts, yeah, but
It's the crowds.
yeah, it's just too many. The whole pressing around it. Yeah, yeah, that's what
You
happened.
lose it a little bit.
Yeah,
Is there any chance you could do that again?
no, it's the first time. You only do it on the
I
first.
said you gotta be ready.
I missed that one, I will admit. So,
Sorry, it's just
let's
my bad.
let's say you were going to have your own private viewing box at a concert.
Mhm.
Give me three acts that you would like to go see.
Past, present.
Anything.
'Cause, like,
They
you know,
can be.
Anything.
Let's say we could reincarnate the dead guy. We'll just put a little water
Oh.
on him. He'll pop back to life.
Oh.
Who-
Who would you go see?
yeah.
Here, I'll do this. I'll give you 3 that are alive and 3 that are dead.
No, I'm okay with that.
And this is where people are going to go, who the hell is he talking about? I've never heard of these people. There's a group I like very much called Elephant Revival.
Oh.
They are.
Do you know them? Okay.
No, these are probably going to be nobody knows these.
Oh.
There's another singer-songwriter who has stuff that I really love. John Fulbright.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that name.
There's a lady that I am actually just absolutely enamored and in love with. Her name is Joanne Shaw Taylor. She is
do you know who that is?
She's a blues singer and player. I love her. There's one band I have been, well, actually, there was 2 I was trying to see most of my life, and thank God for my buddy Steve, because he actually got us, front row tickets to a Foo Fighters concert. So we did get to go see them.
Foo Fighters.
You've heard of them?
Heard of them.
Heard of them? Yes. One of my favorite bands of all times is a band called Seven
Hugely
Mary
popular.
3.
Yeah.
Is who?
Seven Mary 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard of them.
The singer and songwriter is Jason Ross. I love him. He's an amazing songwriter. They put together
Ooh.
great songs. I have tried to see them all my life. If I have $1 million in my pocket, they're not playing, or the concert is sold out and there's not a ticket to be had. If the tickets are free, I can't get there for some reason or have to work, and there's no way I can. It's just like there's
always
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, there's something cosmic that's
The
keeping me there.
universe is against you.
I will say this: I've seen Liberace. The man, when they say he was an entertainer, my God, that man was an entertainer.
You actually got to see Liberace.
I actually saw Liberace live. He was absolutely amazing. My mom and dad had, I think they got a thing too. It's called Theater of the Stars, and it was this. You get this big package, and we saw Liza Minnelli. We saw some different plays and things.
Wow.
Liza
was really
Minnelli,
cool.
I bet that was stellar.
Again, as a kid, all I saw was a pretty lady singing. She wasn't, my cup of tea. Liberace, hypnotizing, mesmerizing.
Do you know who Liberace is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
So that
Well, all the bands he named,
Yeah.
you're like, I've heard of the Foo Fighters, and they've been
Yeah.
around for years. And plus, the lead singer was part of
Nirvana.
Nirvana, yeah. So
Yeah.
I've heard
But
of
if I
them.
could, if I could reincarnate somebody and bring them back, oh my God, I would love to see Stevie Ray Vaughan.
oh yeah, Very
I
good
would love
choice.
to see Jimi Hendrix.
It's one of mine.
And God, would I love
Jimi
to?
Hendrix.
Can you imagine getting to see Janis Joplin live in concert?
Oh, dude, she
Yeah,
was.
so
I bet she just like what you can see of her, like she just
yeah, she's just
little
that would be my
Spitfire
thing.
just goes.
Now,
I don't know who that is.
I actually want to hear what you would go to because
You give me crap about pies, but you know who Janis Joplin is?
Yeah. 100%.
okay, so if you
Go
ever
eat a
want
pie.
Charlie to be a friend of or a fan of your band, do not name your band the Pies.
Sorry, that's from last episode.
Okay.
Lap
episode.
Yeah. So, Mackenzie, what would be let's say you're going to go see some concerts because you're a younger, know some different things that maybe we don't know. What are you going to go see?
3 and 3, 3 alive, 3 dead. If you have those.
3 dead?
Never mind. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Never mind.
She wants to see 3 blind mice.
I'd like to see. I think what the lead singer of the Eagles is dead, like the original, isn't he?
There's a few of them.
The original one.
Yes.
He died. So him.
So yeah,
That was
there was multiple. I think there
Yeah, it
was
was
a couple of people. Glenn Fry
Yeah.
No,
and Don
wait.
Henley.
No, not the Eagles. Journey.
Journey. Steve Perry. He's not dead. He's just
Steve
he had. I believe he ended up having some kind of. It was like throat cancer. or
Yeah, I
something.
think they had to.
Oh,
yeah.
and he lived.
Yeah,
Good for
he's
him.
still alive. He actually
It's so random.
he still
It's the Eagles.
He still
Wait.
teaches music.
Wait, I've seen the Eagles. I meant Journey.
Well,
Journey.
the Eagles have only been like performing for
I know, but I've seen the Eagles.
a day or two.
Who else would I want to see? I don't know. I feel like I've been really lucky, and I've seen everybody that I wanted to see. So I'd probably just see them again.
Okay, so who are some of the people
yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
recently?
Recently I went.
She saw Greg and Charlie.
I went to the Greg and Charlie show. No, I think
it
the
was a horror
favorite,
show.
the favorite for me. I like salsa music, and I like to go dance. And so I like Mark Anthony, and I know a lot of people don't anymore, but I like Mark Anthony.
I've actually heard of him, and have heard he does have a lot of upbeat, danceable music. I can see
Yeah.
that.
And then I would who else would I've seen that I really liked? I'd like to see Janet Jackson again. She was great. She's an amazing performer.
We saw a little bit more of her than we were supposed to see on the Super Bowl.
Leave her alone.
I will say this.
She is a beautiful, very
Absolutely.
gorgeous.
She's a
performer.
beautiful, amazing performer who happened to have a little skin showing. And people wanted to go wild and complain about it.
And
You
it
know
wasn't
what?
even her fault. More people have done less
Yeah.
clothing on purpose.
Yeah.
It was a
And
malfunction.
Why are you going to complain about a really good one? Like if Ethel Merman had one hanging down to her, that's the one you should complain about.
Yeah, I know you don't know who these talking about.
No,
No.
idea.
If Betty White had suddenly gone topless or something.
Hey,
you know.
you leave
I'm
Betty
actually,
alone.
yeah, I think that would have.
I think
been
she would have
okay.
been like, woo.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
actually, she
anybody
probably
would
would.
have. Yeah,
How about this? How about
Betty White gets a pass on everything, pretty much.
You know,
She's
Oprah Winfrey
hardcore.
suddenly goes topless.
Yeah,
or,
we could have gone somewhere
yeah.
else in that one.
Yeah, so
Um,
complain about ugly ones, not nice ones.
and then Chris Brown is actually a really, really, really good performer. He's a really good performer.
Now,
I
I just
enjoyed
want
his
to make
concert
sure
a
I'm talking
lot.
about the right
Dude
one.
could dance.
Are we
like-
talking about
Yeah, he can.
Chris
Yeah.
Brown?
Yeah, that one. But you know, as
I mean, we did-
performer wise, not character,
The dude
not
can dance. Is an
as a
amazing dancer.
performer, as dancer, as singer. Very impressed.
I don't really know his
saw-
music that well, so
Okay. I also saw
because he does a lot. He does soul and R&B too, doesn't he? Or
not
is
so
it-
much soul. Like I'd say a little bit of R&B and then like pop, and then he pretends to rap every once in a while. But then I also like Sam Hunt. If you went like to
Well,
the
of
southern
course he would rap.
side,
I mean,
Sam
it's the
Hunt is
Christmas
good.
season coming up. There's going to be a lot of rapping to do.
get the rapping out. But Sam Hunt was actually a really good concert too. So I would say those are the top ones that I've went to.
Okay. There we go. Charlie, your turn. What are going to, let's say, have you gone to any concerts lately, or which ones would you want to go see?
No, I haven't gone to. I mean, I went to Leonard Skinner tribute band, and I love Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I know a lot of their songs, and I've been to see them multiple times. Didn't always make it. Sorry, Dad. But I'd have to say I went to one recently. Jason Aldean.
Ooh, I heard he's good.
He is that dude just rocks out some
Yeah.
songs.
I
And
wanna go
I'm
see
not. I'm not
his.
trying to be any controversial because I mean I'm not.
Are you talking about his In a Small Town?
Yeah.
It's a good
It's a
song.
good
People can
song.
whine.
And you know people can get a little upset if they want to, but
For
dude
nothing.
just
Yeah.
sings and sings and sings.
I just so I can make sure, is he the one that has a song about skid marks on this town? I think.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's a really-
yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
I think it is Jason
not Skid,
Aldean.
it's not Skidmore. It's oh my gosh, I can't think of the
I
song.
can't
I
think
know
of
what
it.
you're
And
talking
I
about.
have no
couple
idea
of them,
what
I
you're
just-
talking
It is
about.
so
I don't know as
hold
much as
on.
about him as I do other ones,
I
but I
have
think
the
he is a really
song.
good performer that I've seen.
Well, see, I've just gotten, I guess, like recently gotten back a little.
Tattoos on This Town is what it's
That's it,
called.
right?
Not
Yeah.
skid mark.
Tattoos. Mr. Aldine, I'd like to apologize for not knowing more about your music. Please don't sue me.
I'll say I haven't really like I was a little bit more in the country when I was in high school, and now I've gotten
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
gotten back. I've just got too many friends that listen to it, so I was like, all right, I'll give it another try, and I've gotten back into it a little bit.
Ooh.
Kind of like the
I
Jelly
listen-
Roll. That dude's he's got a few good
I
songs.
He's got
listen
some good
to
ones for
so
sure.
much different music.
So what do you listen to?
Most everything that I really like is going to be something rock and roll and blues based. And I'm talking blues that go back to the 30s and the 40s.
Yeah, like Muddy
Oh.
Waters and
Absolutely,
um,
Memphis Slim, Muddy Waters,
Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson, yeah, Elmore James, Etta James, all kinds
Etta
of things.
James's.
I know who Etta James
All the
is.
way up
I
through
love listening
to
Etta James.
Clapton and the English guys that were inspired by it.
Cream.
Cream.
Well, Cream wasn't really bluesy though.
Well, but it was influenced by it, and those they influenced people. And then you've got guys like Joe Bonamassa, Joanne Shaw Taylor, Christone Kingfish.
Dude knows his music. I'm
yeah,
not kidding you.
Those are my things.
Well, we get Mr. Randy on here, and they're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Me and you're gonna sit here and
Then
just look
I
at each
know.
other.
Then you've got things like one of the best concerts I ever went to was the Allman Brothers and Blues Traveler in Jacksonville,
Ooh.
Florida, the great ones. And then I've been to see the Black Crows and another
I've heard
band
of the
I
Black Crows.
really
Well,
like.
I mean, they were a local for Black
Really?
Crow.
Yeah, Black
they're
Crows.
They're out of somewhere out of Georgia. I'm sure.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Athens and
Yeah.
the Screaming Cheetah Wheelies was one that I really loved.
Yeah,
I know, but it's all in that same. Then the cool thing is those bands used to be friends with each other. You go to one of my favorite bands, Government Mule, was members of the Allman Brothers. Warren Haynes used to play for Charlie Daniels and all kinds of different things. But they're friends with so many people that you never know who's just going to show up, because their concert just ended and they decided, hey, let's go over to the Government Mule show and hang out. And they say, hey, since you're here, come on up.
Yeah.
It's that kind of
those could
thing.
be some cool,
and that's
very
what
cool
I love
concerts.
is music with heart. Now that doesn't mean that other music's not bad. I've seen all kinds of things. Let me tell you, there is nothing in the world wrong with going down to see the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. I think that would be
I haven't gone.
a beautiful night. Just like I've seen country acts. I have a friend that's a musician that I went to high school with and went to our high school, who plays with another big country act. I'm not going to say their name because I don't have the permission to. And I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah.
But just like Randy plays with a big name band, there's some other people I've met, and I don't want to say there is a best type of music. I believe there's a best type of music for the mood you're in at the moment.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
I
you
agree
want
with that.
classical, sometimes you want country, sometimes you want rock, sometimes you want rap, sometimes you want a
You got
dance,
funk. Yeah.
I am a techno lover. There's a DJ Digweed is somebody that is, oh my God, I could just sit there at night and listen to Digweed all night long. Yeah. I've got a lot of techno. I love jazz. I love the Rippingtons. I love the Dave Clark Five. There's all kinds of, I don't, and that's why I'm going to ask, we've got another episode we might do where we're going to talk about cartoons, because I think that's where a lot of kids get some of their first exposure to music. And for me, in the old days, some cartoons, Tom and Jerry's and a bunch of those, there was no dialogue.
Yeah.
You had what was going on screen, and you had music, whether it was classical, jazz, something like that. And that's how you learned that certain musics equated to certain feelings.
Yeah.
And you could elevate a mood with music or de-escalate it and things. That's an important thing for kids to learn. And that helps you cover your musical palette.
Yeah.
Because
I never thought of it that way.
It starts it.
Yeah. I used to be bad about saying, oh, I hate that. No, I don't hate that kind of music anymore. It might not be something that I want at the moment that I don't want to listen to, but I'm not going to say that kind of music is wrong, because it's not what I want to listen to. Yeah. At the time, I wanted to listen to jazz, and you were talking about soul music. Okay, but it doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
So I've taught myself my musical palette to quit saying things like that.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta experience it, and,
Mhm.
and a lot of it depends on how you experience it because that can affect it.
Yeah.
For a lot of
Like good
years,
memories or bad memories or
Mhm.
like sad memories with it.
the sad part is for a lot of years I was into car audio.
Mhm.
And we built giant, big, elaborate stereo systems that were loud, and we just would roll down the street and listen to rap music and force people to listen to what we were listening to, whether they liked it
We're
or
all
not.
listening
Yeah,
to
see, I don't do
this.
that quite as much anymore.
I
But I
don't-
also
yeah.
listen to a lot of talk radio when I'm in the car. So
Huh.
That brings me to the next thing: is how much do you listen to music during different things? Do you listen to it? If you're going to listen to music, what's your ideal thing? What are you going to do? Are you going to be sitting in an easy chair listening to it on a full stereo system, or do you want to listen in your car? And the reason I say that is because, like I said, I'm an audiophile.
Mhm.
My home theater and sound systems here and the ones in my car are rather elaborate. I get that. I'm over the top. I am very much into
Surround sound in the car.
Oh, absolutely. I have a digital sound processing amp. I have a 12-inch sub in my car. I have
Ooh.
my 6.5 separates, all this stuff, and I set it up. I've got it timed. I have different staging, so I could listen to it by myself with a center stage for me. I can center stage the car if there's other people. I can middle stage my car if there's people riding in the
Ooh,
back, whatever.
fancy.
Yeah, see, I
That's impressive.
love sound.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I look at people that only listen on their headphones, and I know there's some great quality headphones and
Mhm.
stuff. But my goal, since I've been a musician and I've tried to play,
Mhm.
and I've been to other concerts and live sounds, whether it was something mass produced with a lot of big sound equipment or whether it was just seeing somebody play piano in person,
Mhm.
I want to try and get that music back to what it was when it was created. That's the
Yeah.
best state of music for me. I want it to sound live, like you're there all the time.
well, I mean, that can work. I guess some of it for me is I like to hear it in different versions. Like you hear a live version, but I also like it when they did the
The recording?
when they did the
Okay.
recording. So I mean,
I might have said when I was saying is I want to hear it in the best quality version that it
Okay.
is. That's yours is also another thing that's absolutely just as important. To hear something, whether it was the live recording, whether it was the studio recording,
Mhm.
whether it was a specialized acoustic live performance or something, I think those are things that can really show the diversity of an artist
Mhm.
and really appeal to a lot of people.
yeah, because I mean, I've heard bands and I heard their song, and it was just amazing. And then I've heard them live, and we've left
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
wasn't that great.
because it was just whoever they had
Mhm.
doing the recording and doing the soundboard and doing everything and helping them out was awesome. And then you see them live, and you're
Yeah,
like,
that's not
I was like,
what I wanted to pay for.
That's
Yeah.
Have you ever been to like a concert and like seen somebody and you're like, oh wow, like you're not actually
Yeah.
good at performing or singing? and-
that was going to be.
I've left a show before because of that. It was just nope.
I almost did that. Didn't go alone, and I ended up being DD that night. So the rest of the group did not want to leave because they couldn't really hear the music anyway.
Well, no, my friend was
but
like,
it was not
we
good at
both
all.
decided we were like, this is
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
And we left.
Yeah, and the guy, the performer I saw, he was like over an hour late. He I think he was intoxicated, and so he wasn't even singing. He was just like walking back and forth on the stage. It was so bad. I was really frustrated. So I definitely get like showing up and being like very underwhelmed.
Yeah. Went to a show where the second band that went out to play, they didn't even play. I mean, they were out there on
Oh.
stage, but they basically had their CD going, and they were just
See, that's what
and you
this
could tell they
was.
weren't even like playing. But then we stayed because
Yeah.
we wanted to see the third act, and they
Killed it.
killed it.
Yeah.
They were worth it.
Oh yeah, so much.
That's good.
Yeah.
Many years ago, some of my friends had a band and the Sky Dogs, and we were going down to
Macon, Georgia, for the Allman Brothers Sisters and reunion and festival, and they were playing, and we got a chance to play at the live festival one night, and then they were going to play the next day at the Georgia Theater. But one of the things we got to do is go take a tour of historic Capricorn Records down there, the place
nice.
where
that's cool.
a lot of different artists went, and I got to talking to a guy. He was really cool. He was kind of a recording engineer that did stuff, and we were talking about it, and he was explaining to me that all the different electronic gadgets and everything really mean nothing. If your performer doesn't have what it takes to give a performance on their own, none of those things are going to help. So all those electronic things should be used to help enhance and make it more and enjoyable. It shouldn't be used to make something more palatable. Okay. It's like adding a seasoning to a soup or something. If your soup sucks, your soup sucks.
Yeah.
You can't go, look, I'll put some garlic in it and make it better. Okay. Auto-tune and all those things were different. And specifically, he was talking about some different guitar players and the way Warren Haynes, the guitar player from the Allman Brothers and Government Mule, plays. He has some different setups, but some of them are very basic, where it's just his amplifier and his guitar
and a pedal
with one pedal.
Yeah.
Now there's other things,
and they just know how to do effects.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just know how to play.
That's crazy.
And Eddie Van Halen, the reason that he got so good at playing a lot of the things he did is because at coming up, they were kind of poor. He didn't have money to buy pedals, so he had to improvise and find a way.
He had to
with
figure
the
out.
drill.
Right.
He
Okay.
took
Absolutely, on Pound Cake.
Yeah. He took a drill and started playing the guitar with his drill.
The basics of what the guy was telling me is, if you don't have the chops and the playing ability to play it anyway, there's no pedal that's going to help you.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what I've kind of learned. If you go see somebody live and it doesn't sound something close to like what it was when it was recorded, you know it was heavily engineered, so to speak. And it's really disappointing. That's why I love Government Mule, is because when I go see them live, it is the same as having a Government Mule CD.
Or you go and you see somebody and one of the people in the band is not. It's just like it's like off a little bit. That messes it up too.
That can be
like, because I mean, you still have to play the song.
Did you see what happened to Dolly Parton? I think this last weekend, yesterday.
I did not.
She sang
"Old Rocky Top."
Yeah,
and they did not have her headphone right, so she couldn't hear the music.
Yeah,
and she was just off, and she was like, "I'm sorry, y'all, I can't hear." And they were trying to fix it when she was up there. That is insane to me.
Well, see, we didn't hear. I saw, but I didn't see her sing.
And she just kept singing because she
Nobody's
couldn't hear.
Gonna hate Dolly Parton.
No one's gonna hate Dolly Parton, but like you have Dolly Parton there, and you don't have her ears, like you don't have her stuff together. You're saying somebody being off, like someone got fired.
Okay. Guess what? Guess where that was? In Knoxville. Go figure.
Well, think of it this way,
I'm
guys.
not a volunteer fan.
Yeah.
But I still like that song. So.
Well, obviously, it was just a volunteer, not a professional. So
there you go. Think of it like this.
Doom.
Wait.
Give me my sound.
There we go.
Yeah.
Think of it like this. We're new at what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When we first started, we didn't have Jorgen and Olaf.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were learning everything.
Soon.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm kidding, guys.
Man, if their paycheck bounces again, we're screwed. Sorry, guys.
We got that fixed.
Look over there. But as we've learned and we've grown. Think about how we've dialed in our headphones, our mics, the different sound effects that we have. The different things that we're doing.
I think people can actually hear me in this one.
I know. For those who don't know, this is Charlie.
It's getting a little bit better.
Charlie has
learning how.
Yeah. Charlie no longer has to sit there and go.
We're about to have to make you start learning sign language.
Yeah, I wish I actually knew it.
I
got weird hands. They don't work well.
I used to know more sign language when I was younger, and then when I was nannying my cousin, I was teaching him sign language. So I know a little bit, but I was showing a friend at a bar one time something. She couldn't hear me. I don't know why. I spelled out beer. And this guy ran from across the room and just starts going ham. And he's like, and I'm like, and I was like, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't know why. Like, I spelled out beer for her. Like, I don't even know if she knows sign language. Like, we just couldn't hear each other. And so I was like, I did like B-E-E-R.
That's a
Yeah.
universal saying.
Well, she didn't know what I was talking. She was like, you want a drink? I was like, no, a beer. And like, anyway, the guy runs over and then this girl like pushes me out the way and then they start talking and they talked for the whole night in sign language. And I was like, I hope they're doing great now.
You hooked it up just trying to get a beer.
Literally.
Love connection.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we got a little.
I two thoughts come from that. First off, when I went like this, I just like to apologize if there's any hearing impaired people out there that saw what I was doing and knew what it meant. I hope I didn't screw you guys up. Okay. Second, I love I think it was Jeff Dunham and Peanut where they're talking about, you know, you always get the governor giving a speak and that one person going. And wouldn't it be funny to give the speech and have them doing it? Say, hi, I'd just like to welcome everybody. Butterball, super glue.
No, that's happened.
Gasoline.
That's happened.
Big round rumpy baboon butts, and just have.
Did you know that's happened? This lady talk about lying on your application and nobody could fact check her. And so
She said she knew sign language.
we're like, yeah, you know, like when they do like the announcements, like a mayor or something, and she's up there and she's just like,
The mayor says,
you know,
and like everybody's like, we don't know what she's saying, but they didn't know until after because, and they're like, we don't know what was said. We don't know what was said, and she's just like.
There's an
like
easy way to do that. You just find somebody who does know.
But obviously, like they just needed somebody like last minute, like, and so they hired, like it was a rush thing, and so she was able to just like scoot in, and she didn't know a lick of sign language, and she's up there, and there's like this national broadcasting.
Did she get paid?
Oh, she got in trouble, legal trouble.
Wow.
Because I mean, you're lying, and like a whole audience of people relied on you to get this information.
That's just
and
rude.
like, yeah, and no, terrible.
Okay. This actually does go into something. There's a reason for all this. Oh, by the way, we could also go and just really mess with people.
Our sound went out.
Mess with us too. I was sitting there going,
those damn people in there breaking
Charlie's
stuff.
headphones broke.
Or we could just go, oh, or the, yeah.
Okay.
There was actually, when I was in the car audio business, we worked and we had a retail store and I did the wholesale part, but I was going to get something to eat one day and my buddy goes, dude, don't go through there. There's a lady that's pissed.
Oh.
I was like, why?
So did you go?
Well, I went up to the retail store and asked Alan. I was like, Alan, what the hell is going on? And they're like, that's Carrie's mom. And Carrie was this cool dude that came in. He spent a lot of money in the store with them. Had his car customized and put a lot of money in. But he had like 6 15-inch woofers and 2 3,000 watt amps, and that was the basis. He had like 2 tweeters, and the reason was Carrie was deaf.
Oh,
okay. He couldn't hear the words if he tried.
He just liked the feel,
but he loved the feel of the big bass. And he spent a bunch of money on that, and his mom came up and was pissed.
Because everybody else could hear the words.
Well, no, because she's like, you sold my son $10,000 worth of radio stuff, and he's deaf. That doesn't make sense. And when you think about it, you're right. Selling a deaf kid $10,000 worth of stereo equipment sounds criminal. Yes, it does.
But it's what he asked for. He wanted to be able to feel it.
And it took her a long time to understand why he did what he did, and we sold it to him and stuff. So that I'm saying, music gets experienced in so many different ways.
That's
actually a good story.
Yeah, that's an interesting part because I grew up in a dance studio. My mom grew up in a dance studio, and so did my grandma. So so third generation dancer. So maybe you have a story like this.
First generation.
Well, just like being in the studio and stuff. We need music, or some type of beat. We need to be able to be together and be on beat. And they found out there was a little girl and she was hard of hearing. She could kind of hear, but she was hard of hearing. But how do you, she can't hear the counts. She can try to follow along, but she's always going to be a step behind because she has to wait to see, where they're at in the flow of it. They put one of the speakers facing the floor. So then the vibrations through the floor, she could feel it.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Isn't that so cool? And then I know this other guy I follow, and he tap dances because he can feel the stomps. He can feel the stomps. I think that is so cool. And you're doing music, you're finding movement, but you don't necessarily have to be like listening to it. It just connects people in so many different ways.
I'm going to have an experiment here for just a
Oh
second.
no.
No, it's a good one.
Is he gonna tap dance?
No, I think he's grabbing the on fire guitar.
Ooh.
So I want you to hold this.
Okay.
Hold your mic for a minute. You hold that.
Okay.
All right. Now you don't have to be able to play it.
Okay.
All I want you to do is strum it and just feel it.
Yeah.
You feel the vibrations inside it?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's another example of a way to experience music. Every guitar has a vibration to it, a certain pattern that when you hold it, you feel it in different places.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's why you see a lot of performers. It's not always electric guitar.
Yeah.
It's they do acoustic because it's a different feel. It's a different sound.
Wasn't it Beethoven that cut his ears off? Wasn't it Beethoven?
I know there was one.
There was.
Beethoven was deaf.
Yeah.
I don't think he cut his ears off though. I think he was already deaf. I think he was deaf as a. I don't know if he was born deaf, but there was. I believe there was a painter who, or no,
maybe a painter cut his ears off.
No, what was the point of
Vincent
that?
Van Gogh cut an ear off, but
I think that was during a fight, wasn't it?
Here we go, and this is another perfect example because Drake will love this. This is where I got my guitar from Drake, but just set your hand on the side.
Oh yeah.
Because you can feel the wood vibrate.
That's so cool.
Well, it's just kind of cool that, like, I mean,
different ways make different vibrations.
But the fact that, like, somebody, I mean, think about drums. Drums have been used.
I think that really is the oldest form of music that there is drums.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it was also
drumming. Period.
But you got to think a lot of it will, like, back in the back in the day, drums were used for ceremonies.
Absolutely.
Whether it be
war drums.
War drums.
It was rituals. Beethoven. They were gruesomely cut off after the autopsy.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh.
No, like the autopsy showed. That
okay, I don't want to know.
That they were what?
Oh.
It wasn't pictures. They were what?
It wasn't. It's not pictures. Oh, okay. It said that.
I love Beethoven. I don't want to think bad about him.
Oh no, yeah, I love Beethoven too,
but his ears were cut off.
They really roughly cut off. What? I don't know.
Well, she's reading that,
but we're not going to keep reading that. But yeah.
Let me ask you about this. Since we were talking about, we like different music for different things at different times. Mm-hmm. Think about how music can really enhance something. Like, let's say
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Music can convey all kinds of different scenes. How about when you're working out? You want some nice, easy classical music while you're working out?
What's that?
No, you don't want that. You want something heavy involved,
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the person who's,
I think it's interesting to see what people choose to work out with, like which songs or like which genres they choose to have blaring in their ears.
Let's just say we all found a significant other that we wanted to spend some private time with.
What's that? Sorry.
Okay, when the mommy bird and the daddy bird get together, and they want to make a baby bird, are they going to play some Luther Vandross, or are they going to play Slipknot?
I'm so excited.
Let's get it on.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's but that's the whole point, If you go through the trouble of having, some champagne, some roses, silk sheets, and candles, I don't think you're going to be listening to, Chuck Berry.
I don't know.
My
ding-a-ling.
Oh.
My ding-a-ling.
Maybe that is the appropriate song. I don't know.
I know that entire song. I sang it for an audition in high school.
Once I swam across Turtle Creek,
man, them snappers all around my feet.
I bit so hard I heard bells ring, but I held on to my ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I love that song.
Oh yeah, baby. But yeah, you don't want to have a whole bunch of upbeat music if you're trying to relax and go to bed at night, or I don't know, maybe some people do. And by the same thing, you don't want super soothing, easy listening music maybe while you're driving.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Unless
Might
you
go
want
to
to
sleep.
fall asleep and slam into a station wagon with a family of 4. But
Oh,
I like
very specific.
There's a French song I actually like to listen to when I go to sleep,
Ooh.
but I can't think. It's like says. I can't speak French, so even though I took it for 2 years in high school, I have to look it up. But yeah, I got to be careful if I've imbibed and I listen to that song and it touches me in a good way. In a good way. Sorry, that sounded. Never mind.
Charlie
we would show you where it touched Charlie, but we don't have another stuffed animal and a therapist. So
It's here. It's
okay. That's good.
It's here.
Oh
no.
I think we have sufficiently talked about music.
Yo.
You know, I think most prevalently for music, it's riding in the car, singing along when I'm going somewhere. That's
Car
just
rides.
always a lot of fun.
Those are fun.
You know, because you never know when you're going to have somebody riding along with you, and you both start singing the same song, or let's say when you're sitting at a table with Charlie singing Chuck Berry songs.
You never know what Charlie's going to sing.
Like one of my favorite songs is that I can't think of the name of it's a Doors song.
A Doors song?
The Doors.
Yep.
Oh.
It starts out "Show Me the Way to the Next Whiskey Bar," and I'm like, I love this song.
I could see.
So
this is it. Let's go next whiskey bar.
So
that's my driving song.
And you wonder why you always end up at the bar. You're like, oh, let's go.
Let's just go ahead and try this for a minute. Show me the way, and that's what you said.
It's like frog
lyric. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Ooh.
I think it's frog something.
Alabama song.
Oh yeah, that's bar? It. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that song.
We're gonna have to go listen
what
to it.
What song was I thinking of? Frog. I get lost.
Oh, frogs. Maybe I'm not. It's not easy being green.
No, not the Kermit one.
Being green.
Not the Kermit one.
Oh.
Why are there so many?
I love that song. I used to listen to that at work.
I still think that the Muppet movie is one of the greatest movies ever made because of the music in it.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, which is the band from the Muppets.
I love Animal.
Absolutely, man.
Dazed and Confused soundtrack. Amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, a song came on yesterday. I can't remember. It was what was it? It was Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to watch Dazed and Confused now.
I actually looked up one from one of the movies we always talk about, The Princess Bride, the David Bowie song. I looked that one up.
I love David Bowie.
That's always a good one. Yeah, I killed it right there, didn't I? I'm kind of a dead space, but it doesn't matter because we've I think we've gone
through all the topics.
The reason we wanted to talk about music so much and the things we do is because in the future we may be talking to specific musicians or about a specific song.
He said he wanted to be in here with us.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, he doesn't want to FaceTime in?
He does not. He
said
as long as lunch is involved, he is here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's because he wants to be able to reach out and smack the crap out of us. You know?
Yeah, but
he
I already asked him. Already mentioned it to him.
Let's go.
We're talking about a secret upcoming guest, guys. We are going to have some guests. I'm going to get him the address for Lakeside Studios, and we'll get him a pass from Eddie the janitor. He's the one that controls the door on the weekends.
Well, we'll actually probably have to take him out to lunch then, and then
I would be honored to take that man out to lunch. He's just cool. He's just one of the coolest people on this planet.
Agreed.
You know, I think we'll try and get that set up. But for right now, guys, we just want to thank you so much for coming to visit with us. We've had a good time doing this. We, you viewers that sit and put up with us are the reason why we do this, because we like to see if we can make you laugh. First off, we want to give a shout out to our first subscribed viewer, buddy. We love you. What the hell? Let's give a shout out to our second subscribed viewer. Why for hey, how you doing?
Thank you.
All right. Also, we have new subscribed viewers. I think we're up to 27 now.
Whoa.
So we are kicking butt.
Let's go, share, like, comment, email in at whatwelikepc@gmail.com. Let us know what you think.
You mean somebody could write us an email at that address?
Could.
But wait, what does PC mean?
He wants to go into the jar.
It's your turn.
Let's see.
Let's see what she got.
It's an orange one.
Peeled cash.
Peeled cash.
That's what PC could stand for.
Yes, those are two words that definitely start with a P and a C.
And a
Peeled
C.
cash. In this case, guys, it happens to stand for podcast.
Yeah, not peeled cash.
That is.
I think it's two separate things. I think it's peeled and then cash.
That's right. We want to say thank
Okay.
you to all the people that helped do this. Jorgen and Olaf, our Norwegian producing and directing
guys.
team. Eddie, the janitor, the people here at Lakeside Studios. Of course, we want to say big thank you to Drake at Sweetwater for all the help he
Drake.
gives us. When we get hungry, folks, there is only two people we see. One is Pete at Pete's Possum Pit,
No.
and well,
We do.
we do, you know. The second would be
Yum, yum, yum.
the amazing things at Sweet Segovia Delicacies. If you have not tried one, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to try.
For sure.
We want to thank the people at Kritzky's. They're always helpful.
No.
We want to thank Premier Psychological and, of course, the Fresh Baked Toilet Cake Company of Paducah, Kentucky, which she absolutely hates.
Goodbye.
You know, there's a lot of good people there that you're writing off.
Everybody has a great
She
day.
runs away.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We can't thank you enough. You have a great day. Remember to give us a shout, and hopefully you will have a wonderful time after listening to us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.